Welcome back to another Monday morning devotional here on Bible with Bordeaux. Wanted to take a time just to share with you something that really struck me whenever I was studying through Ephesians. I shared from Ephesians last week. I'm going to do it again this week. No, I'm not always going to do from Ephesians, but this was it really stood out to me. So the book of Ephesians was written from Paul while in prison. And so he's going through, he's telling the saints all this good news. Ephesians is a great book to read through. He's given them a lot of great theology and a lot of just great encouragement. And I just found it really interesting and that he would be doing that. And then at the very end of the book, he says in Ephesians 6:19-20, and pray for me too. Ask God to give me the right words so I can boldly explain God's mysterious plan that the good news is for Jews and Gentiles alike. I am in chains now, still preaching this message as God's ambassador. So pray that I will keep speaking boldly for him as I should. And I'm thinking, like, he's talking about praying. He doesn't pray that he be released because he's really innocent and because he's doing something great. What he prays is that even though he is locked up for preaching with boldness about the grace of God for Jews and Gentiles, that he will keep doing it boldly as he should. And this just struck me. He didn't pray for a better circumstance. He prayed for the right heart in his current circumstance. Now, I'm not saying we should never pray that God release us from any bad circumstances. I'm not saying that by any means. What I'm saying is we should be praying first. God, no matter what happens, make sure that I'm still focused on you in your truth, in your will, in sharing with people the good news of Christ. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to be a preacher or a pastor, things like that, but we proclaim the gospel in our everyday lives and by the way we say things and the things that we say and don't say. So the prayer is that no matter what circumstance we're in, that we will always be dedicated to living for God first and foremost, and that we can do that and pray that God give us the right heart in any circumstance, because circumstances always change, always, but our hearts should never change when they're focused on God. So I hope that helps you get through this week. I'll be back another episode of this next week. We also got a new James video up that I put up last week, so please go check that out. I hope this has been helpful for you. See you next week, and God bless.